Hey everyone, my name is Jordan Carroll, aka The Remote Job Coach, and today I'm bringing you a video about one of my favorite softwares in the world, the all-in-one business marketing platform, Kartra. Now, Kartra is great for course creators, for solopreneurs, for coaches, business owners that are looking for one integrated tool that can do a range of different things. It's got range.
From half court, it's gone!
You may be asking, what can Kartra do? Email marketing campaigns, marketing automation, marketing page builders, membership portal builders, shopping carts, online form builders, split testing and link tracking software, calendar and appointment scheduling software, help desk ticketing systems, including live chat, video hosting, affiliate management system, campaign analytics, custom programming to integrate your various marketing software platforms, and templated forms, pages, emails, everything. Yo, it really does everything. It's kind of crazy because I think when I moved over to Kartra, there was probably between 5 and 8 apps that I was able to stop using because I migrated them to Kartra, and I was also saving a bunch of money by doing that. So I think Kartra as a one-stop shop has become such an interesting choice for people, and a lot of people are, trying to figure out, should I use ClickFunnels? Should I use Kajabi? Should I use Kartra? And a bunch of these other platforms. And I'm here today to say Kartra's my number one choice, and I'm going to take you through a demo and show you exactly why I think it is that way and give you kind of a behind the scenes. So hopefully that helps you in making your decision. Hey everyone, super excited to walk through the demo portion of this video with Kartra. This is what you see when you first log in. Now this is a test account, so I don't have any data in here that's, so there's going to be, obviously some things missing, so you're going to have to use your imagination with me here. But right when you land in Kartra on the home page, when you log in, you're going to be able to see a summary through the dashboard of all these different metrics. So since everything in Kartra is connected, whether that be your pages, your email marketing, your calendars, your forms, your videos, all these things, since it's all connected, it's really nice to have kind of an overview here of all the different things. Your sales will show up here for like the past 7 days, along with your affiliates. You'll have all of your leads, lists, sequences, membership, subscription information here. You'll have recent broadcasts, different traffic conversion statistics about the pages, videos, and forms that you're using. You'll have help desk statistics. So Kartra has a help desk where you can create a help desk for tickets for your clients. And then you also have your calendar events. So what I'm going to do is each of these sections I'm going to go through, and I'm going to talk about what I use the most. I'm not going to go through every single little thing, but I am going to go through what I think is the most important. And I'm going to even go through maybe even creating some of these things so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so I clicked into products, and this is what you're going to see. This is the area in which you can basically create any products that you want to sell online and create the whole funnel, right? You can add upsells, downsells, you can add one-click sales, you can even create an affiliate program, and you can take a look at all your different analytics. So this is a really cool part about Kartra when it comes to creating, because there's a lot of flexibility when it comes to pricing, when it comes to customizing these products and then connecting them in the pages, for instance, and choosing, checkouts and all that stuff. So let me show you a little bit about what it looks like to create a product. Okay, so when I click product here, it's going to give me an ability to name the product. Now that's going to start off with an internal name for my reference, and then you're going to end up being able to make external names as well. So you can create a main product or an upsell or downsell that's offered after someone's already purchased another one. I'll click main product just to show you this one. And once I'm in here, I can create different details around this product. So the official name, this one is going to be external to the public. I can write a description here. I can also list it publicly in the Kartra marketplace so other affiliates can find it that way, which is really interesting. And then I can configure my payment processing with Stripe, for instance, or with PayPal, which is really cool. I can change the picture over here as well. The thing with Kartra is it has these different sections for each. So every time that you're configuring something or creating a product, a form, a page, whatever, it's going to have this kind of menu where it's got these circles, and The one here's one place where Kartra can improve, in my opinion, is that you can't just click any of these to like go to the section that you want to go to. You do have to make sure that you save each of these things along the way, and then it'll open up this and you can go one by one. So let's say that you need to change just one little thing in the post sale. You'd still have to go through save and next, save and next, save and next, save and next a bunch of times to get to that page. This isn't only going to be about positive things about Kartra. I do want to talk about what you can expect from an improvement standpoint that I think that they can improve. But at the same time, it's still such a powerful platform that itself is not enough to be, a big enough hindrance. So I'm going to fill out some of this stuff and get to the pricing page so I can show you that. Okay, so now I'm on the pricing area for this particular product. And the cool thing, just one of the really cool things about Kartra is that you can choose so many different types of payment. And that becomes really flexible because if you're creating a product that has different price points, you can add the various different price points here. And it's just really easy to set this stuff up, whether it's recurring, whether it's one time or installments. They just make it super simple, which I love. And as you go through the rest of the product configuration, you'll be able to choose, the different pages in which these products show up. You're going to be able to also put the code of the product on certain pages so it can track people. And that's really interesting as well, right? Because some of my products have a timer. So if someone is a lead in my system in Kartra and they land on this particular page from an email that I sent, it will initiate a timer for them and it will know about that. So there's all these little things. Kartra is complex. It is something that does take a while to learn. So it has a lot of power. It can be a learning curve, but once you get to know it and you start to use it more and you get some help with it, I've had to get people to help coach me and take me through it, but it's totally worth it because having all these things in one place has saved me a lot of money. Another cool thing is that, of course, you can add the affiliates stuff here. So this can be a product that can be used as an affiliate, and you only need any of your, you could even choose to have any of your products available for affiliate, and people just need to use one link, which is really cool. But you do need to handle a lot of the payment stuff yourself. It will track it for you, but then you have to manually go pay people out. And of course in the post sale area, you can also add the upsells and the one-time sales, things like that. I'm going to go into communication so we can look at some of the other things, but affiliates options are also up here, and then analytics, where you can see all the analytics on your transactions, your affiliates, your sales, all that good stuff. Okay, let's talk about communications. So when Kartra is referring to communications, they're really referring to kind of your contact database and how it is that you're communicating with them. So it starts with leads. People come into your system as leads, and you can classify them as different things. You can organize them in different ways. You can tag them, and you can contact them based on the different reasons that they come into your system. So one of the cool things about having all of your email marketing connected to your products, connected to your memberships, connected to your videos, everything, right, is that it's much different, I feel like, using Kartra because you can more easily segment the different audiences because everything's connected. I had been previously using ConvertKit. I've used MailChimp even a long time ago, but when I was doing that before and I was connecting like ClickFunnels, ConvertKit, Lead Pages, Thinkific, all these other things, I had to overuse tags for like everything so that it was always talking to, all these programs were like talking to each other, and there was so much complexity that it really just made, if one thing kind of messed up, it would make everything mess up. And the nice part about Kartra is having it all in one place. It's still complex in certain ways to learn how to use the software itself, but once you kind of understand how everything works together, it's so much easier because you can initiate forms, orders, and segment leads in ways that you can't do on other things. And it also tracks them, and you can create offers based on that. So lists are like other, email marketing platforms. You can create different lists that you're reaching out to. Tags are the same as well. And then communications are split up in 3 different ways. There's broadcasts, which are the emails that you're going to be sending out and segmenting specific lists to be able to do that. Sequences, which happen with different triggers, whether that be a tag or a form or whatever it is that people fill out. And then automations, which can be more general. So you can set general rules and automations that are super powerful in Kartra. Again, this is something you want to be careful of because it can get really complicated very fast the more that you set up automations. But if you keep it simple, and personally, I'm trying to simplify the way that I do it because I overcomplicated it to start, and then I had to talk to some people who helped me rein it in. So you really don't need as much as you may think you do, but it's really nice to have the functionality of being able to create all these crazy different automations. And these are just some examples of some of the automations, whether that's people opening an email, clicking a link, placing an order, and then you create these if-thens, right, where people are subscribing to lists or they're adding a tag to them or they're sending an email. So all those things are really cool. And if we go in here, this just shows you what it's like. So if a lead subscribes to a list, like there's so many options. Like even some are like a lead watches a video, right, or plays a video or completes a video, which is really cool. And that's one thing where we'll talk about it in a moment. But when you can upload videos to Kartra, and they'll be natively hosted in Kartra. So you don't need an external like a YouTube or unless you have like really big files, but you won't need like a YouTube or Wistia or a Vimeo because you can upload them natively here. And then you can have automations based on those emails, which is really cool. So we're inside the sequence builder here in Kartra, and I just wanted to show you what it looks like because it can be a little funky. Another piece where I think Kartra can improve is sometimes like you really want to make sure you save because there's been times where I've been in some of these parts of the platform and I've written something out or I've done something and it's timed out, which is really frustrating. But they do have some good automations within the sequence. It just takes you a while to get to understand the interface because the interface is a little bit clunky, but it's still good. I don't want to trash on it too much because it's actually pretty great in the functionality. It's just that the way that it looks is not as visually appealing as maybe like a ConvertKit. What I do like about it is that you can set up all these automation step kind of rules in the beginning, and then you can get to the content and create the actual content in a very customized way. It is kind of weird the way that they have it outlined because you can put these pieces all over the place and they can be kind of like scattered all around, but then you have to really make sure that you point things at each other. So again, it does take a little bit to get used to, but still a pretty powerful software. Another one of my favorite features of Kartra is pages. Now this is a landing page builder where it's basically click to drag. It's super easy to do. You can take orders, you can capture leads. Super good with mobile, and it's also got some pretty detailed analytics for conversion and engagement. You can split test the pages as well, and then as you're creating a new page, there are a ton of different templates. You can start blank, or you can go from different squeeze pages here. You can look at video sales pages, thank you pages, long sales pages coming soon. I mean, it's pretty much anything you can imagine. You can also go to the marketplace and you can download or copy over other ones and put them in your favorites. So then you can have, kind of customized ones that other people have built too. Okay, so I selected one of the templates and I was just going to kind of show you what this looks like to drag and drop. So the big thing here is that you can either segment the page by columns or components, and that's going to allow you to move things around. Another place where Kartra could use some constructive feedback is their page builder. It is a little bit clunky sometimes. It is a little bit difficult to move things around. Overall, it's good, but it's not, because Kartra does so many things, I think there are places where it's good, where you may go to like a lead pages and it's great, right? But it's good enough to where it's usable, and once you get the hang of it, again, it's a learning curve thing. So I think it's more of a learning curve than it is that it's bad. It's definitely been good for me to learn how to do this, but it just takes a little bit while. You can add different sections and components. There's so many different types of components in here: calendar, countdowns, boxes, social, share, columns, and then full on sections, right? Where you have whole header menus or like feature blocks, which is really cool. So you can add all these things kind of pre-built, or you can use the templates. or a mix of both. And I think that that's what really makes the Kartra Pages Builder great, in addition to being able to track people that are your leads, and then be able to keep those analytics for you. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about forms. Forms is pretty simple. It gives you the ability to customize different forms, choose those fields that you need that are most important, embed them on your sites. Super easy tool to use. Let's go to memberships. Okay, memberships. This is one of my favorite things about Kartra. Now, again, this goes on with the theme of Kartra is really good at a lot of things. It's not necessarily great at anything in particular other than having everything in one place. Memberships is a good example because if you expect this to be kind of your traditional course builder, like a Thinkific, like a Teachable, some of these other LMS platforms, it's not like that. It's a little bit less flexible, although it is certainly usable and very effective in the way that it presents itself. And creating that membership, it can be totally customized within your branding and things like that. But again, I wouldn't expect it to be as sleek as a Thinkific, which is what I actually used to use. But I still prefer Kartra because it allows me to do less. It allows me to connect everything. So when someone buys a product, they, from that page, they automatically are put into the memberships. Before, I actually used to have a different landing page, like lead pages, instead of Thinkific's landing pages, because their landing pages weren't very good. So the nice part about Kartra is all that's in one place. You also get to see the analytics, and when your folks come in here, there's different access levels, which is really cool. So you can have subscriptions that give people certain access. You can have automations that take people out when they unsubscribe, things like that. So it's very flexible in that way. And then content-wise, you can put pretty much anything in the course or membership that you create too. Now, videos. The cool part, again, as I think I mentioned before, is that you can upload videos natively into Kartra, so they will be hosted on Kartra, and you can totally trick them out and customize them as far as the different CTAs that you're having. You can capture leads. If they are already in your system, it will track how much they watch of it, and you can create other automations based on if they complete it or if they open it, things like that. So very detailed in that way, mobile optimized as well. And it's just nice because you can have them embedded into here, so you don't need like a YouTube or a Vimeo or any of those other Wistia, unless it's like big files. I think there is a limit. I don't think it can go over a gigabyte, or it might be just less than a gigabyte. Don't quote me on that, but there's definitely a limit to the size. So if you do have a lot of big videos, Kartra may have issues with that, but otherwise it's pretty good. Calendars. So I was really excited initially to be able to use Kartra for its calendars. But I was very underwhelmed by their calendar functionality. There are a lot of different types, and if you have kind of a simple use for the calendar, it's okay. But what I've noticed is that people have to download an ICS file to be able to use the calendar. And what I mean by that is to get a calendar invite on your Google Calendar, for instance, you have to download the ICS file and then import it, instead of like I actually use OneSub for my calendars, and it automatically puts the calendar invite on people's calendars. So that's like a big distinction, is that if people don't automatically get it on their calendar, then sometimes they'll miss it. So it is something where there could be a lot to be improved here with Kartra. I don't think it's a huge priority for them to improve it, but it's okay. And like, you can still brand it, and it actually looks nice, and there are good notification reminders, and it is a functional calendar, so you can definitely use it, but it's not quite as rich as some of the other ones. All right, surveys. Now, I have to admit, I haven't even started using this. This feature came out within the past couple weeks from me making this video, but I use Typeform currently, and I am totally into migrating all my surveys over to Kartra. I've heard some good things about it so far, where you're able to basically create different surveys and quizzes in an interactive way, which is exactly what Typeform does for me right now. So excited to use this, but I haven't used it yet, so I can't speak too much about it. Okay, Helpdesk. Now, I think this one is one of the huge competitive differentiators of Kartra, because I'm pretty sure like a Kajabi and a ClickFunnels and a lot of these other ones don't have this. ClickFunnels definitely doesn't. I'm pretty sure Kajabi doesn't. I don't think Kajabi also doesn't have calendars. So this is huge because I had always struggled with this. I'd always had email communication as my main source of getting my clients feedback and things like that. So for this to be the case where you can have basically tickets that are sent in, and it gives you a notification, and then you go to the help desk area and it will show you all the tickets that you have. You can have canned responses. You can set up a live chat. It's just this part is super awesome, because if you're in the support business or you need customer support, this is a very easy way to do it, and it's no additional cost to you. You can also set up kind of a self-billing portal for your clients so that they can go in and they can refund themselves if they want to, or cancel whatever it is that they need to do. And you can also create a wiki so that any of the things that get asked frequently are answered easily. I don't have enough volume to really do that, but if you're getting a lot of customer service volume, then it can be something that's super helpful. Now, these last few ones, the campaigns, integrations, agency, affiliate promos, I'm going to go through these really quick because I think we're kind of at the end here and I don't want to go on for too long. But the campaigns section is kind of interesting. I haven't really used it too much yet, but if you're in that camp where you're looking to use kind of a done-for-you campaign, this is super cool because they have all these different done-for-you campaigns, and you can even purchase some from the marketplace as well. But these are the free ones. And so there's assets in each of these, whether that be email sequences, automations, that all comes in like a package. So when you download it and you deploy it, whatever you want to call it, it will it'll automatically create all of those as templates. I just clicked on that one, the simple list builder, and it's showing me that it's going to give me 4 pages, 1 tag, 1 list, 1 form, 1 sequence. So I just like that, because if you're really new into the entrepreneurship game, or you haven't really created any things before, this is an awesome place to start, because you can very easily just kind of use this stuff and plug and play. The integrations are just different integrations that Kartra has with other applications. The agency is if you are managing other people's Kartra accounts, and you're able to find it there. And then the affiliate promos, that's where you're going to find your affiliate links for Kartra so that you can promote Kartra just like I'm doing. So I'm obviously promoting Kartra here as well. I think it's an just amazing platform. I wish that I would have signed up to Kartra a long time ago. Been using it for, I don't even know how long now, probably close to a year. But like I said early in this video, I mean, it's replaced probably 5 or 6 different other software applications for me. And it continues to impress me. They continue to come out with more things. They're an awesome company, and I just think they're doing a lot of great things to continue to adapt, to continue to innovate, and to continue to make things better. So again, there's a lot of things in Kartra that are good or above average in a lot of ways. Great. Obviously, if you want to buy a bunch of different softwares that are really great or top of what exactly they do, I understand that. But when you take into the account how much it takes to get those things connected, and then the cost that it takes to do that, Kartra is just a much more simple solution that works, which is all that matters at the end of the day. Does it work? And, does it have that potential to continue to innovate and grow with your business? Kartra is that for me. I appreciate you all watching and being part of, the demonstration portion of this. Now, I've talked about exactly what Kartra does. I've shown you some behind the scenes footage of what it's like to be inside of a Kartra account. But how much does Kartra cost? Well, I'm going to display the current pricing on the screen right now so that you can see that. But the cool thing about Kartra is they do have a 14-day trial for just $1. So you can go through and really test it out yourself. Again, it is a complex platform. So ultimately, if you learn it over time, it can simplify your business, and it can be a great way to create products, to sell products, to do email marketing, to do quizzes, to do everything pretty much, right? But you got to go through that learning curve first. So don't be discouraged if you go into that trial and you don't know how to just use it automatically. Make sure you go through the training. They have a very comprehensive training program that helps out a lot. So if you've watched this video today and you want to give Kartra a try, I totally understand why you would want to. Again, that 14-day trial is only $1, so make sure you use the link below. And again, my name is Jordan Carroll, aka the Remote Job Coach. If you like this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.